The man who sat in my dead father's chair. When my father died, we left his house untouched, especially his favorite armchair, the old brown one by the window. He always said, "This chair remembers who sits in it." The night before the memorial, I went back to the house. I turned on the lights and froze. A man was sitting in my father's chair. Black suit, pale skin, eyes fixed on me like he'd been waiting. "Who are you?" I asked. He smiled slowly. "Just an old friend. Your father promised I'd sit here again." My throat tightened. "No one is supposed to be in that chair." "Oh, but I was here long before him," he said. "This was my seat, before he was even born." He pointed at an old family portrait on the wall, dated, decades before my father's birth. My stomach flipped. There in the corner sat the same pale man. Same suit, same expression, untouched by time. I looked back. The chair was empty, but the cushion was still slowly rising. Then the room grew cold. "Your father didn't tell you the truth," the voice whispered from behind me. "This house wasn't inherited. It was given in exchange for a place in the circle, and the chair binds whoever sits in it." I felt something brush my shoulder. I ran. Outside, I looked back and I drove away shaking. I never returned. But that night, just after midnight, I got a message from my father's disconnected number. "My chair remembers you." Attached was a photo taken inside the house. A picture of me, standing in the doorway, eyes wide, frozen with fear. And in the chair, there was no pale man, just me, sitting perfectly still, as if I had been there all along. I stared at the photo for a long time. I almost dropped the phone. The version of me sitting in the chair had no expression, no fear, no life in the eyes, like a copy or a memory. I tried to call the number back, even though I knew it was impossible. The line didn't ring. All I heard was a faint crackling sound, then a whisper. "You shouldn't have looked at the portrait." I froze. "Who are you?" I managed to say. Another crackle. Then, "I am who sits." The call ended. I didn't sleep that night. Every creak in the house sounded like footsteps. Every shadow felt too still. And at 3 a.m., my phone lit up again, this time with a video. It was the living room, my father's house. The camera slowly panned toward the chair, even though no one was holding it. And in the armchair sat the pale man, but his head turned sharply, as if he could see through the screen. He raised one finger and pointed at the camera. At me. The video ended abruptly. I blocked the number, deleted the messages, even changed my phone, but the photos kept coming back. In every one, the man was closer to the camera, closer to my face. And then 2 days later, the final picture arrived. A close-up of the armchair, empty.